Hi Gemini, welcome to your bonus love reading for February 2020. This deck is going to represent what the person you love is thinking. Do they want you back? And is there someone new? Remember, this is a general reading. If you would like for me to look into your personal situation, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com, and I'll put a link down below. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what the person that you love is thinking. When I was shuffling the deck, I did keep hearing the words lack of trust. Got to build trust. So, if maybe you did something wrong, or maybe it's the other way around because it's a general reading. I just heard that there is a lack of trust and something does not add up. Something's not making sense. Okay. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? We've got the World. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Four of Swords. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Page of Pentacles. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? King of Cups. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Three of Pentacles. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? King of Pentacles. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Eight of Wands. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Six of Cups. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Six of Swords. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you have going on here. I do see that, right here, right in the center of the reading, you've got two people lined up. You've got a water sign and an earth sign. So the water sign would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. And then on this side, you've got the King of Pentacles, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. One of these could also be you if you have a moon or rising in a water sign, or a moon or rising in an earth sign. One of these is you. One of these represents the person that you love in some way. Now we do have, again, there are two people lined up here with a lot of work. Again, I told you when I was shuffling the deck, I kept hearing trust, lack of trust, got to build trust. And this is the work where, this is the work card where you have to really kind of give a relationship your all. This is going the extra mile to work together as a team. Because, you're being told here, as far as what the person that you love is thinking, they're looking at your relationship very carefully. You have the Page of Pentacles here, which means that they're really kind of, they're studying this relationship. It could be that maybe this person, because, you've got the Four of Swords here, and the Four of Swords does represent someone who has taken a step back from a relationship. Somebody maybe even has asked for some space. They need time to think. So it makes sense with the Four of Swords here. Again, right next to the Page of Pentacles, which means pretty much the same thing. That this person is studying your relationship, looking at it very carefully. And there is a lot of work to do as far as you and this person. Again, this is teamwork. This is not just one person doing all the work. This is working together and going the extra mile to build that relationship. And that's what I was hearing when I was shuffling the deck. We have the World here. So again, I'm asking the cards, what is the person that Gemini loves thinking? And we get the World. The World is, a new chapter in your relationship. The World is, closing the door to the past, because believe it or not, the past is here. You've got the Six of Cups, which could be, I feel, because you have the Six of Cups next to the Six of Swords. Let me just show you here. It's like the person that you love is thinking, like, I've got to move on from the past. Again, that's why the World is your first card. If you had a lot of issues, and that's what I was getting when I was shuffling the deck, like, there's a need to really work on trust. The Six of Cups could be kind of leaving old emotional issues behind you, because the Six of Swords represents, kind of moving on from a really difficult time, a really difficult situation, or a very toxic person. I feel like this person is kind of focusing on kind of leaving the past behind and kind of opening a new chapter. If this is your ex, because we have, like, the Four of Swords is someone who has taken a step back from a relationship. Somebody's asked for some space. It could be that, this person is studying this, like, is this the right decision? I just feel like they're looking at a new chapter with you. And we also have the Eight of Wands here. So the Eight of Wands, this is communication. This is kind of like unexpected communication. It could be that they're thinking of reaching out to you, but there is a need. This person is thinking, like, I've got to get away from, certain issues from the past. I got to leave this difficult time behind me and move on. Again, teamwork, working together. I feel like this person is focusing on you, but, they are thinking, like, we've got to work together. Like, I can't be the one that does all the work. That's what the Three of Pentacles is saying. Okay, let me get a few more cards to see what else comes up for you. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Yeah, Eight of Cups. That's definitely leaving old emotional baggage behind you. What is the person that Gemini loves thinking? Queen of Cups. So interesting. Strong water sign energy here. And the Four of Wands. So you've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. So again, this would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could also be, if it's not you as far as the Moon or Rising, it can be that this person is in a very emotional place, especially with the Eight of Cups in the same spread and the Six of Cups. So that's a lot of emotion. This person could be in a very emotional place. You know, I feel like this person, you know, they just want happiness. Who doesn't? You have the Four of Wands. This is stability. This is a happy home. This is a relationship that is on a firm foundation. And again, they're studying this with the Page of Pentacles. They're looking at this very carefully. But there is a need to kind of move on. I see that here. And I see it here. There's a need to, they want to leave behind a difficult situation. It could be your relationship. I mean, this is a general reading. But for some of you, it could just be that, you know, issues from the past, because we do have it here. Like they're trying to leave the past behind them. They're trying to move on. That is what this card represents. Turning your back on something that is no longer making you happy. Leaving behind old emotional baggage. I feel like this person is in a very emotional place. You know, and they just want stability. The Four of Wands. They want stability. They want a relationship that is safe. They want security. They want commitment. And I do think if this is your ex or someone who has kind of like disappeared from your life, I do think this person is studying your relationship very carefully and kind of looking at the possibility of a new chapter, a new beginning. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Gemini, let's go ahead and see if the person that you love wants you back. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? We've got the Queen of Wands. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? The Hermit. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Eight of Wands. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Four of Swords, which you also had in the first spread. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Seven of Cups. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Ace of Cups. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Nine of Cups. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Four of Wands, which you also had in the first spread. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Page of Cups. Okay, so this is what you have. I feel like this person is confused, to be honest. And I mean, this all goes back to what I was hearing when I was shuffling the deck, that there's a lack of trust. Got to build trust. This is you and the person that you love getting back together, because the Ace of Cups is a new beginning, rekindling a relationship. But there is confusion around this. You have the Seven of Cups. This is someone who is highly confused, highly emotional. You just had the King and the Queen of Cups in the first spread when I was asking what they were thinking about. This is someone who's totally lost and confused as far as a choice. And we also have the Four of Swords, just like in the first spread. I mean, this is someone who's doing a lot of thinking. This is someone who maybe, you know, this could be someone who is healing. Perhaps, you know, if there's been something where they have lost trust in you. But again, I'm asking, does this person want you back? And I feel like there is a confusion as far as a new beginning. And this person is, you know, really needing a timeout to really think about this, which is confirmed also by the Hermit. I mean, the Hermit can represent the sign of Virgo. But the Hermit is, I mean, this is someone who's so searching. This is someone who's like trying to find the truth. Like, do I really belong with Gemini? Should I really give Gemini another chance? Do they deserve my forgiveness? Do they deserve another chance? And we have the Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Again, it can also be you if you have a Moon or Rising and a fire sign. But this also can represent if there is no fire in your chart or your partners or your exes. I mean, this is someone who's taking the lead, going after what they want. So it can be for some of you that this person is, you know, maybe ready to make a decision soon. I mean, there's a lot of confusion, but I do feel like this person is trying to figure out. I mean, I feel like deep down they do want you back, or this card will not be here, because this is a new beginning. This is rekindling your relationship. This is change, excitement, fireworks, communication, unexpected communication. But there's just a lot of thinking going on here, and there's confusion. Now, we also have the Nine of Cups. I feel like this is what this person wants, because this represents wish fulfillment, happiness, being extremely happy. This is what this person wants. They do want you back. We have the Four of Wands, which was also in the first spread. This is a relationship, commitment, stability. It's all here. I mean, this ties in with the Ace of Cups. They do want this. We have the Page of Cups, which also is, you know, rekindling a relationship. This person really wants to kind of open up emotionally, tell you what they're thinking, what they're feeling, but they're holding back from you. They're holding back. I feel like they don't trust you. They're, you know, they're lost, they're confused, this person is really doing some serious thinking. Yeah, I don't think that they trust you. I mean, they definitely want you back. I feel like they don't want to be hurt. They really want to open up emotionally here, but they're holding back. Let me get a few more. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? You've got Temperance. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? Ten of Cups. Does the person that Gemini loves want them back? And the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're being told to be patient. I mean, there's two messages here that are saying the same thing. Temperance can represent the sign of Sagittarius, but this is telling you to be patient. I'm just saying, like, don't give this person an ultimatum. Don't do anything extreme, because there is waiting here. You have the Two of Wands. There's a delay. There's waiting. And I already told you that. This person is confused. They don't trust you. They're doing, you know, a lot of thinking, soul searching. There's a delay here. The good news is that you do have the Ten of Cups, you know, and I told you, I feel like this person does want you back. But there's hesitation, there's fear, they don't trust you. I mean, the Ten of Cups is a happy relationship, a happily ever after. So there is a happy relationship here, a happy ending to your story. It's just there's need to be patient here, because there is a delay, and the delay is that this person is just confused. They're totally lost as far as, you know, what they're going to do about you. They're doing a lot of thinking, soul searching. With the Ace of Cups here, the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands, and even the Nine of Cups, I feel like this person does want you back, but I feel like they're confused and they're kind of afraid maybe to let you back in. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next spread. Gemini, let's go ahead and see if the person that you love has found someone new. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? We've got the World. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Five of Swords. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Queen of Cups, which is interesting because you did have the King and the Queen of Cups in the last spread. I think it was the last spread of the spread before. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Queen of Swords. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? The Chariot. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Knight of Pentacles. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Four of Cups. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Two of Swords. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? Two of Cups. Okay, so this is what you have as far as the first 9 cards. I mean, it's a general reading, but I don't think this person is really focusing on someone else. I mean, we have the World up here, and the World is kind of closing the door to the past and opening a new door. But that's not what they're doing. Not with the Five of Swords right next to it. Because the Five of Swords is self-sabotage. So I feel like if this person, like if they wanted to move on, they're not doing it. Because the Five of Swords, again, this is working against yourself. This is making unwise decisions. Not that going back to you is an unwise decision. But if they're wanting to move on, then focusing on you. And you're actually right here as the Queen of Swords. You are the Queen of Swords, whether you're male or female. This is Gemini. I feel like, you know, maybe part of them wants to move on, but they're sabotaging that, because I feel like they're in a very emotional place. And one of the spreads I just did for you, we had the King and the Queen of Cups, which would be, you know, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, but this is someone who's in a very emotional place. And this makes sense with the World and the Five of Swords. So I feel like maybe part of them maybe thinks I should move on, because I feel like this person doesn't trust you anymore, doesn't really kind of believe in you anymore. But I don't think that they're moving on. Not with the Five of Swords next to the World. And again, you are here. You have come up as far as them moving on. You are here. Gemini, which is an air sign. And I feel like, you know, this person is focusing on changes in your relationship. The Chariot can represent the sign of Cancer. Especially, I mean, with the Queen of Cups here, if this is your partner. But the Chariot is movement. Big changes. Victory. I feel like they're focusing on you. Changes in your relationship. It's just... there's very little progress here. There's very little progress. I also see this person, as far as moving on, they're not looking at that. I mean, the Four of Cups is literally someone that is distracted, unhappy, unfulfilled, doesn't care. It could definitely be that they don't care about, you know, relationships right now, because we have the Soulmate card here, which is the Two of Cups. It's here, but just because it's here doesn't mean there's a soulmate, especially with something like this right next to it. These are the last 3 cards that I pulled for you. Four of Cups, doesn't care, unfulfilled, feels empty. There's a Soulmate card, But then there's them being torn, being stuck. So I don't think, unless you already know that there's, you know, someone else, if that's the case and this person is torn between you and this other person, if you don't, you know, anything as far as this, has this person moved on, I don't think they have, because the Two of Swords is someone that is just stuck in a really complicated, difficult situation. And this is down here with the Four of Cups, which, you know, again, this is a message of not caring anymore, of just feeling really unhappy, wanting to be alone. Okay, let me get a few more for you. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? King of Wands. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? The Devil. Has the person that Gemini loves found someone new? The Three of Pentacles. Now, I mean, since we have a court card here, this would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. If this represents your partner, your ex, it can be that maybe, I mean, you have the Devil here, which can represent the sign of Capricorn, but this is a toxic relationship. Again, if you know that this person has found someone new and they have connected with someone else, if they are seeing someone else, it could be that this is a very unhealthy, toxic relationship. I mean, we have the Three of Pentacles, which means there's a lot of effort being put in here. So for some of you, I mean, it's hard to say in a general reading, but I mean, I feel like for some, it can be that maybe there's a lot of work and effort being put into a unhappy, toxic relationship. If your ex is a fire sign. Let me get a confirmation card. What does this King of Wands represent to the person that Gemini loves? Is this someone new? Is this the energy that they're in? I mean, the Five of Wands can represent competition. I mean, this also could represent inner struggle. As I say, it's difficult to say in a general reading. Now I've pulled another five for you. You have the Five of Swords there and the Five of Wands. So this represents an obstacle. There's a problem, a challenge as far as this person moving on with someone else. That obstacle could very well be you, because I feel like they've not moved on. And I told you that from the very first spread. When I think we had the World, I think it was the World. That you go back and watch the first spread. I don't think this person has moved on. I even think it was the World and the Five of Swords. If it is, then that is just creepy, because it's happened again right here. So again, there's this energy of perhaps, you know, maybe there is competition here. This person maybe is struggling, but I feel like if it isn't a toxic relationship, this is someone who's in a dark place. This is someone who's being very pessimistic about love. I mean, as it is, they have the Two of Swords down here, which is being, you know, stuck as far as their love life, torn. They see it as something very complicated. They got the Five of Swords, which is, you know, kind of self-sabotage, especially next to the World. So if they're trying to move on, they're not being successful. They're making the wrong decision. I see them as not caring. Like, they're just kind of looking away as far as maybe somebody new, even possibly someone who's showing interest in them. Let me get a few more for you. What else does Gemini need to hear as far as the person that they love? We got the Two of Pentacles. What else does Gemini need to hear as far as the person that they love? The Nine of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of work to do. I mean, that's what I heard when I was shuffling the deck. You've got to build trust, and this is really building up a relationship. This is telling you, I mean, you have the Nine of Cups. This is your wish being granted. This is wish fulfillment, happiness. You will get what you want. But know that right now, everything's very much up in the air. This is instability, scattered energy, somebody being very wishy-washy. Again, I feel like this person is doing a lot of thinking about you. They're highly confused. I think in the last spread, they had the Seven of Cups when I asked if they wanted you back. There was a lot of work to do to kind of maybe rebuild this relationship, to build your trust, as far as this person trusting you again. I feel like, you know, if there is not, you know, competition, they're just struggling, they're conflicted as far as moving on. I don't think they're being successful there. I think they're in a very emotional place, with the King of and the Queen of Cups coming up in the other spread, and now the Queen. I feel as far as moving on with someone else, they're just kind of not interested. Again, even if there's someone else there, this is not caring and just kind of feeling empty, which I definitely see this person in a very emotional place. Okay, Gemini, this has been your bonus reading for February 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.